I don't know. I'm gonna try to record a video and get anything kind of interesting on this. Well, that's a roach trap. Oh, well, I get bugs in here sometimes. I'm gonna see if, whatever. I'm rotating on the chair. You know, the reason that I sometimes give a little bit of my boxers on this is because, yeah. Uh, Sorry for that pause. I pause a lot when I'm thinking. I'm just used to it. So, I sometimes catch my boxers in here because, I live on my own and the floor's good. I live on my own and I just don't like pants anymore. It kind of help cook the balls and keep the balls a little more restrained. And I like my boys to have as much freedom as possible. That's why I don't wear whiteys. Because if you wear whiteys, I don't know. I really think something's wrong with you if you wear those tighties. And if you like to wear tighties, I don't know, in some kind of, I wouldn't say public space, because if you're going around in a public space where you're wearing tighties, boxer briefs, or boxers, then you've definitely got some kind of mental problem. Or nude. Some kind of public space where you're not wearing shorts or pants. Because, that's major problems. Yeah. But if you're going into if you're like, oh, I like wearing tidy whities because I like showing off my junk to people, it's like, yeah, all right. We get it, you're a guy and you like showing off your junk, and maybe you're like, oh, look at my big package. I got news for you. Most other guys don't like looking at other guys' balls and penis, even if it's like nicely contained in, wrapping, like Christmas present. And they're like, that is a nice set there. It's a good job you're doing there. Yeah, I like that. That's how you know somebody's gay. So what are you gonna? Are you trying to fish for a gay guy? Straight guys don't go around and like size each other up and be like, yeah, that's the dude I want to hang out with. The guy with a nice package. No? Are you a psycho? I don't know what I'm looking for. I'm just kind of wandering around. I got nothing to do. I'm a little sleepy, but I really think if I lay down and try to, I don't know, take a nap, it's just going to go nowhere. I'm going to lay under there for a half hour, an hour, and I'm just going to get up again. And, I'm kind of exhausting everything to watch on YouTube unless I just look for random crap. And then I'm going to watch it on the phone again with the crap screen, because even the biggest phone is not going to have a good enough screen to watch shit on. I know every kid today is like, what are you talking about? You got a good screen? No. Phones do not have good screens. They have screens the size of a hand or a big hand or maybe your foot or something. But it's not a good screen. If you think it is, go out and get a TV or a monitor or something. And it's like, yes, that's a good screen. You can sit in a chair and lean back, and there you go. It's called comfortable. And you can even, I don't know, get some porn, lean back and be comfortable, and squeeze one out. You know, there you go. Not that I do any of that, ever, but I'm just saying, hypothetically and theoretically, maybe you could, if you wanted to. And of course, watch a movie, because I mean, I don't have any streaming services at this time because I'm poor as balls, but you know. I don't know, I guess I'll try and take a nap, because why not be unconscious for a little while and try to fish for a dream, or maybe when I wake up I'll have some sort of inspiration, you know, something to watch, or I don't know. I would say eat, but I don't really have any food. Inspiration for what? Maybe my bowels will be ready to take another crap in the toilet over there. And my apartment is a little dirty, but I mean, even if I did clean it, that would be like maybe an hour's worth of work. So, you know, I'm bored. So I gotta really like save that until I'm like really, really bored. Because, I mean, like, look, there is like nothing in here. That's one room. This is another room. And then that's the kitchen. It's like there's not even really anything to clean. So it's whatever. I don't know. Like I said, it'd be like an hour to clean it. And that's if I like really clean it. I don't know. I guess maybe I could try and make it extra dirty so that the cleaning would take longer. Create more work. Maybe I could take a crap on the floor. Oh. And I'm sitting down again. I guess someone's like, why don't you exercise more? Yeah, my body is really not a fan of that. I mean, I walk into town once and then walk back home, and I'm almost done for not the day, but I would say like 4 hours. Not my upper body, but like it's my feet. My feet are, you know, they're crashed out for like 20 minutes. But if I try anything walking wise, more than like a block, it's just not happening. I can do other stuff, but you know, even I gotta space that out too. So, you know, even exercising for a little while, maybe like 3 more months, is gonna be like, I gotta just like, it's not much to do. I'm just too fat to even exercise really a lot. Yeah. Well, no, whatever. I don't know. It's not even 10 minutes. You know, when I don't really have much to say, even making a video is tough. You know, when I have something that I want to say, it ends up being longer than I think it is. But when I actually try to make something and I try to like draw it out, it's not long. It's just bull crap. Man. It's like those shorts that I make. They're nothing. They are nothing. I'm looking at the light and fan, and I think this is a decent metaphor for the apartment. Look at this. Look at that right there. One of them is a chain, and one of them is a cloth thing. It's a good repair job, isn't it? It's a good metaphor for not only this apartment, but for every apartment that I would be, able to rent. And people that have less than me, I would say both of those would be strings, and the fan would probably have 3 blades. If it turned on. Probably wouldn't turn on, but, at least there would be 3 blades. So, you'd have that. This is also something that might be a little interesting. I like this. I don't know exactly where this is coming from, but you turn on the lights in the bathroom, and the fan comes on, right? Here it is. What that is? See, this is great. Fan's there. Here this is, right there. So, yeah, that's that. Why they chose? See, that's awesome. They chose to like put another fan in, and then not take the other one out or something. I don't know what the deal with that is. It's like let's renovate, but not put a new fan in where the old one was or something, and not, and then let's not take the old fan out and like seal up the hole. It just seems like such a ghetto maneuver there. So, yeah. And again, I always criticize these cheapo apartments because, there's bugs, and it's like they crawl in through all the seals, crawl out through the seals, and I'm just like, can't you just take a caulk gun and a dude for like, I don't know what it would be, like $50, and just run some sealant through all the, bottoms of the floors and shit, and, like in between every tenant, and just seal up a whole bunch of shit everywhere in the apartment. Seal fucking everything that you can find when it's empty. Just take a whole bunch of caulking and all sorts of shit and just do a whole bunch of sealing. And then, of course, take these fucking horrible screens that are absolute shit and replace them with decent screens. Because these screens that they always use in the South, I've seen them. Both places, Arkansas and here, are absolute garbage. They do not prevent anything from coming in. They might as well just not even be there. I have to always leave the windows down and locked. So why even have them in there? They don't do anything. Oh, they have it. They're there so that the things look like screens. That's all. That's all they do. They would prevent a deer from coming in, except for the fact that a deer could just run through there. So again, nothing. We had screens at my dad's house in Wisconsin. Those prevented most of the bugs from coming in. Most of the bees, most of the this, most of the that. The only things they didn't prevent from coming in were like the tiniest of bugs. But again, here in Cheapertonville, I hate to criticize you Southerners all the time, but like seriously, get with the program. I mean, whatever. It's like, if you were doing shit right, you wouldn't take so much criticism. I mean, I would just criticize you for, yeah, you have fantastic food, but you're all gonna die from eating too much. I mean, it's a criticism, but at the same time, you have really good food. I mean, it's like, well, oh well, at least you're gonna die happy and full. Unfortunately, I can't afford any of your good food. So again, that sucks. Actually, I can't afford some of your good food. They gave me some at the Kroger. It was day-old ribs they were cold. They were in the refrigerator at Kroger. So, I had to microwave them up and stuff, but they were good. So they were like the best grocery store ribs I'd ever had. They didn't have any barbecue sauce or anything on them, but the other grocery store ribs I know was purchased in the past had barbecue sauce on them. So, and they were still really good without any I didn't have barbecue sauce, so I wasn't able to eat these with any kind of sauce or anything, and they were still really good. So, I mean, that's saying a lot. Just eating ribs without any kind of barbecue sauce or anything, and they were still really, really good. So obviously, whoever made them knew what the fuck they were doing, and so that's what I'm saying. It's like you're gonna die happy and full. So now, why can't you put in excellent screens in your fucking windows to keep the bugs out? You got a lot of bugs. You know the problem is there. Everyone knows the problem is there. You're just like, well, we like hanging out with the bugs. They're great. I'm like, no, they're not. The bugs are horrible. That's why we invented inside, because outside sucks. I do, however, like looking at outside. That I do like that. I like staying inside and looking at outside. It's really nice to look at outside, but I prefer to stay inside. If I wanted to stay outside and look at outside or look inside, I would be outside. So, yeah. That's the difference. That is the difference. Another weird thing, well, it's not so much weird, just different. And this is not a criticism, that's just an observation. Because I love dogs, personally. Some people are not dog people. I don't trust those people. I love cats, not dogs. Really? That's weird. It seems like every other person, at least around here, but kind of in the South, every other person in the South has dogs. Just like everybody has dogs. Again, not a criticism, just an observation. And in addition to that, they have fences and stuff, but a lot of them, way too many, the dogs kind of just roam sometimes. They it's a mix between their dogs roam and their dogs, there's a fence in their yard, but they are not confined to the boundaries of the fence. Yeah, it's like their yard, their total yard is X, but the fence is takes up, you know, half X or 2/3 X of the property of the yard. And the dogs just are like, yeah, the gate to the fence is, I don't know, open, or the fence has a hole in it or something. So the dog's just like, okay, so the fence is, I don't know, a suggestion. And I am just going to go wherever I want to go. Sometimes I'll stay within the fence, and sometimes I'll just be like, yeah, I'm going to go wherever I want to go. And the dogs are, I've never had any problems with any of the dogs, you know? So, I mean, okay. I don't really care. It's just, to me, it's weird. Um, that's something I've never encountered, something I never encountered until I moved down here. Specifically, actually, until I moved into Trinity. Because it wasn't like that in Arkansas. I was in a apartment complex in Arkansas. So, yeah, of course I didn't encounter that. And it was a big complex. Yeah. And then I lived with my sister, and yeah, like almost everybody had a dog, but everybody's yard was fenced off. Like big, tall fences, like 6 to 8 feet high. And they were pretty, everybody was like, it was $800,000 houses. So, and then here is a small apartment building, not complex. And nobody in Trinity, these are not like the most expensive house is probably worth, well, I can't even really guess on it. Maybe $500,000 that I've seen. And that, that's only because I have no idea what the real estate market here is like in Trinity. So I'm just gonna like highball it to $500,000, maybe $1 million. Like I said, I have no idea what it's like, but the biggest houses looked kind of like the bigger ones that I grew up near. Yeah. And that they weren't even really big ones either. They were like middle-sized ones. So for like, working families. So, yeah. Anyways, finally I got to a decent long video. finally got into my groove of rambling. Got a rambling man radio, rambling man. Well, that's good. No one's gonna watch this one because it's too long from a dude that has nothing to say and nobody knows. So this is, Captain's Log, stardate 414-44-44.44-894-44-44-44. And it'll be for my memories and for my virtual avatar again. Signing off. Bye.